Well, hello everybody. It is the Basic Builder back with another episode. This time we are starting out in a brand new zoo. With everything that's been just going on exciting this week with the new pack being released on Tuesday, I really wanted to get in with a new project, going alongside with the Kingdom of the Wild and start something more on a realistic side of things. So this is actually, I've recorded quite a few episodes prior to this, but I really wanted to get in and play around with the new animals and get a new habitat put in place. So with all the hype of the meerkats and the fennec fox and the southern white rhino, I really wanted to actually get in and try the penguins, something I've never built with before. I know we got the king penguins, I believe, but I really wanted to try something a little bit different here. So that's exactly what we did. We are going to be building a habitat for the African penguins. So this is like I said, a brand new project. I do not have a name for this zoo yet. Like I said, it is going to be more of a realistic zoo that is within the grassland biome. Kind of an African theme, obviously, but I want to incorporate all the areas, not only just African animals, into this particular zoo. So I don't have a name for it yet, so if you have any good suggestions, leave that down in the comments below. So yeah, I know it's been a little bit of time since last time I've uploaded, a little over a week or so. So thank y'all all for being patient. But now we are back. I have quite a bit of material built up. I just need to do voiceovers for them and get them scheduled to release. So lots of good content coming very, very soon. You can see some of the background of this habitat. You can see kind of what we've started. I will have videos for all of that to be released. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the Africa pack. I know I'm a little bit late on the getting some my thoughts and everything out there, but I'm a scenery guy. I love building with the scenery. I love using the foliage to create beautiful landscapes. So this pack is just absolutely amazing. The building pieces are absolutely amazing. So I was really happy to see everything that we currently have. And so I was, haven't spent too much time in the pack, but what I have spent, I've enjoyed very, very, very much. So Frontier did an excellent job with this. And everybody that I've been watching, from Estan and Drew to Leaf and Savannah, all of them, they have been building some very, very awesome habitats. So got a little inspiration today actually watching Rudy Rankemo and his African penguin habitat, and kind of took some ideas and kind of ran with that for the inside of this habitat, kind of mainly in the water section of things. So you'll see that later on in the video. But yeah, so we're going with the using a lot of the Africa pack here, and these building pieces that we have gotten with. It's just it looks like plaster. Just the various sizes of them are so handy, so handy. So really glad to have those. So on with the build itself. Let's talk about it a little bit. So we started out with the terraform and everything, and then throw it in some rock work. Didn't really have any inspiration behind it, just kind of going with the flow and seeing what just kind of comes out of it. So yeah. So sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. But anyways, so I'm using these mud pieces that are not on a grid. They are very useful. I haven't used them often, but I'm going to start using them more often. Very, very, very useful to, and good to have. So, yeah, talking about the build though, I wanted to kind of throw in a little bathroom area. I do have plans for what's going to be behind this building. I'm going to be kind of doing like a reptile house or something, a visitor center. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I want to incorporate some exhibits into it. So I left it open in the back for a reason. But I wanted to kind of throw in a bathroom. You know, this is one thing that I struggle is guest facilities, restrooms, restaurants, or food eating areas. So I want to make sure, you know, going on this realistic style zoo to make sure that I have the guests covered with everything that they're going to need. So this is a kind of a new approach for me with, you know, Kingdom of the Wild. It's a very fantasy, Pandora-esque style of a zoo. So this one is definitely a little bit different, and so I kind of wanted to really test my skills and try with making it more of a realistic style zoo. So yeah, so that's why I really want to focus on facilities and guest experiences and all that, and making sure we get some signs and all that up. So but yeah, these columns are absolutely amazing. I'm so glad they're not just a one-piece column and being done with it. So useful for many, many different things. Yeah, really excited about those. Even with the default colors on them are just phenomenal. I love them. So anyways, getting back in here, just kind of now dressing up the front that the guests will see when viewing the habitat. I really wanted to kind of throw in some height variation, but nothing too terribly high, but just kind of giving it different levels basically. And kind of using that forced perspective of, you know, like Disney does with many of their builds, almost all of them, to just add some height variation, but being not very tall in a building itself. So with this sitting up here on this hill, I think it really gives off that vibe. So anyways, yeah, now we're going to be working on the spire, the dome, whatever you want to call it, part of the build, and just dressing up the front of this. And then we'll move on down into the, I believe we'll be moving into the habitat itself and getting some foliage down into the underwater swimming area. So, which I haven't built any for the anything for the underwater swimming. I don't do much habitat builds to begin with. Like I said, I'm more of a scenery guy. So I did not realize that there was a 4-meter requirement. So for deep diving animals. So it was a constant going back and forth for me to make sure that I got the swimming hole basically deep enough. But in the end, I think it turned out really well. So the guests walking down and looking at the underwater are actually a little bit higher than the deepest part of the swimming pool for the penguins. So yeah, anyways, talking about the build though, let's get back to that. These wall pieces here, it looks like lattice, but I know they're just decoration pieces, just recolored. Awesome. These are the kind of texture type details that we've really been needing here, I believe, in Planet Zoo. We didn't really have many of these actually in Planet Coaster. That's where I came from before Planet Zoo was I've played Planet Coaster for years, ever since it came out. From watching Silverette and Rudy and Delady from the alpha days of Planet Coaster, so I've had a lot of experience using the gizmo and building in this style of game. So yeah. So I know with a lot of new builders it can get a little frustrating, but trust me, if you are new to this game, just be patient. The builds will come along, they'll get better and better, and just got to continue to practice. That's all I can stress to you, just continue to practice. Going along, adding some details to the front of the building. Again, we're not over detailing it, it's very minimum, but those statues are just absolutely amazing. So now we're going to focus our attention actually on the viewing area of the underwater viewing area. So just really using the glass barrier and just dressing up the top and the bottom, and kind of going just basically dressing it up. I really don't know what else to say about that one. And then you'll see here in just a little bit that we're going to add some shade structures down here, and then one thing I did struggle with, and I don't know if anybody else has, is the path. Trying to put it up close to the fence, and I really could not figure out for the life of me how to get the path as close to the fence as possible, because I know once you place the habitat barrier down, then you're kind of stuck with the terraforming. So yeah, anyway, so making a little courtyard, and then now we're going to jump on over and kind of dress up just around the bottom of the habitat area and around the restroom. And then the idea behind the door up here, I would think would be a great place for like an educator to come out and talk about the penguins, maybe even do a show, who knows. But I think this would be a great little spot for that, and just putting up some relics so that they don't fall over it. And then yeah, here we go, back down and actually dressing up this wall piece. The plates that came in the Africa pack are awesome. I mean, yeah, you can use them as plates, but to me they're more of a wall decoration than anything. So I really am going to be using those quite a bit. So anyway, so yeah, we're going to again put up some more of that texture for the wall, and then we will continue moving on, I believe, to the actual shade structure. So guys, I don't have much of anything else to say. I'm just super happy to have this pack. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We have just a few more minutes left in the speed build, and then we'll get to some cinematics. And then I will be, since I'm off of work the rest of this week, I'm going to be working really hard to get the rest of the videos edited for this new park, and try to get those scheduled to go out. So we do have new content coming, so just be patient on that one, and then yep, then we'll get those new stuff out to y'all. So again, I am the Basic Builder. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.